against context. This is me trying Streamyard again, or Streamlabs. It's all the same to me, really. Not that I expect any chat stuff. But I do get to use, like, the back telephoto. I can do things like this, and then zoom in and shit, you know? Just like a reverse sniper on the floor. You guys see any movement? It's like suspected sniper right there. I don't understand how those spotters do it, but it's basically if you take out the spotter, then the sniper knows is like, or the counter sniper. Yep, the sniper is aware of our position, and he took out the spotter first. You know, what am I supposed to do, really? Like, you know, people say you don't have any respect at all. Well, that's a request. And if you don't have any requests at all, you're fired. You know, that means the job is done. You can say you're fired to a contractor who's fulfilled all parts of the thing. It's a joke, unless it's real, you know. You never know with these landlords. Or like, even I saw this scene, is like, this criminal was released from prison, and it's like, warden wants you. Yeah, we don't know anything about all that. And the guy's like, fuck, man, what did I do? And then the guards are like, just kidding. See you later, I guess. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna set up this tip jar. Maybe I can add some stuff. There seems to be a lag, you know? Oh, let's see. I mean, what do you want to see? I don't know. It's like, you know, let's discuss this word murder. A murder of crows is a group of crows. You know, the Simpsons established that. A murder. You know? And crows and chaos chess, like chaps. In New York City, you don't see assless chaps all the time. It's indecent exposure. Some people would love to parade their assless chaps all day. Mostly men. That's the thing. A lot of the naturists are men. They don't see much, anything wrong with displaying what God gave them. Like, for example, that Klaus Schwab guy. And you see all this, right? I mean, who owns this land? I know I don't. Do I look like a landowner? A landowner has goons, you know, and guns. Do I walk around all day with goons and guns? I don't think so. There's a no gun, it's a gun-free zone. The only ones allowed with guns are police. You know, fire department don't even have guns. They have a lot of axes. They have a lot of spears. They have a lot of harpoons, but they don't have guns. I invite all of you to review FDNY footage. It's like, we're packing under this jacket. And it's very concealed carry. For public safety, or for my own safety as an officer of the fire department. You never know how many crazies there are. So, you know, I assume and presume that all firemen are carrying at least a service pistol. You know, I don't see them. It's probably safer in all this to assume everybody's packing, you know, in their pants. If you're a man, you're definitely packing. But if you're a woman, you know a man who's definitely packing. I don't. You know? So I have to redefine what I have in other terms. Who is this person? Maybe it's me. I don't even know who the person is in chat. So I'm just going about my business. So that little tip jar, if you're into Illuminati stuff, oh no, it's covering my eye. That must mean I'm Illuminati. Not really. I'm just a guy. I know a lot of hardworking contractors, but they're not trained in public relations at all. They try to talk to people like, you're their children. And, if that's true, where are all my presents? I ask, is there a supervisor? And they provide. I've uploaded a private video. I keep it private just in case, something happens and there's somebody involved or nobody involved. The word nobody is very interesting to me. It means like somebody disembodied, a ghost, somebody with no body, but they know. I've also watched Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog with Nathan Fillion and what's his name? Shoot, not Richard Dean Anderson, but something. Patrick Nielsen or something. Neil Patrick Harris. Yeah, him. The lesser-known Harris in politics, but still. The legendary guy. But even he, if you you had him like Mike Myers or something. What post? Tell me all about. Please elaborate about all your posts. Is there a place? Like, what is it? Where is this post hosted? Yeah, why don't you link to it? That's all you gotta do. That way all my fans can see it. Well, go ahead. Provide us all with the link. I'll wait, Maybe it's like your post is what? Referencing the manifesto of the Charlie Kirk shooter? Boy, are we all interested in that. Did you? Oh. Well, unless you link it, I probably didn't read it at all. It would save us all a lot of time as a gesture of respect if you could actually post a link to whatever the fuck you're talking about. Because, people don't know. Otherwise, I'm just going to presume, why, look at this. Unrelated Popcorn Fire 3.0 has broken the case regarding the Charlie Kirk shooter. And apparently he said he tagged me about it. Don't know the content, really. I don't know. People are weird, aren't they? They'll only do things that benefit themselves. And once I adopt that mindset, it's actually on autopilot. I don't think wow, did you see my post? Does it benefit me at all? Probably not, right? No benefit. No cash money in hand. There's a tip jar. Sure wish somebody would help me learn all this tip jar stuff. Test deposit. Well, otherwise, it doesn't exist. One thing I've learned about civil and criminal judges is you have to present all the evidence that the world exists. Otherwise, it's formless and void. Nah, it's alright. You're resourceful. You'll find a way to post it all over the world for me. Maybe you can describe it. Please elaborate all the details of whatever you wrote. And then we'll go through all your community tab, I guess, if it's posted there. Or maybe it's a video. Did you post a video tagging me? Wow. Or a live stream. I like to see all the live streams you do because live streams can tag me too. I prefer live streams. You know, other than like demands, mod me and I'll send it. Money is nice. Money talks. Well, hello there, CS. How are you doing? You're rampaging all over the Bus Nouveau chats. You're a regular marauder. See, in Jersey City or New York City, you know, I've been told that there are over 2 Jewish people here, but far less than 1 trillion. And I've never actually watched 2 Jewish people arguing. I'd love to see that. Yeah, well. Hey, you know what you could do for me, CS? Find a way to help your fellow human beings, supposedly. And like, I don't really know what Unrelated Popcorn Fire 3.0 is talking about in all this. Maybe he'll put his channel up, like, you know, at whatever, and then you can visit it and tell me all about it. You know, that's one way to link. You send a person who's basically has their own mind and own recording devices, own eyes and ears, and maybe it's interesting enough to be on my end. You know? It's just like, I have all new evidence about the shooter, Charlie Kirk. Sure you do. Doesn't everybody? I made something and I tagged you. You are obligated to show it before all your fans. Not really. Not really. You know, like Johnny says $500 for a mod. Yikes. Now that's extortion. That's threatening. It alarms me. You know, very alarming. And of course, international people, you know, they're handled by international events. Can't really reach people who live in international waters. You know. But prayer can. That's St. Agnes. Hi, St. Agnes. Can you help me reach all the people internationally somehow? We'll just look up at the sky. Probably no denied. Oh, be safe. That means you know something I don't, CS. Boy, am I alarmed right now. I feel all sorts of alarm. And I see, like, you know, 2 law enforcement, one with the state trooper hat, and another with the bulletproof vest. Be safe. You know, what's next? Avoid all the bullets. Why bother? I'm here in front of St. Agnes, like, you know, sitting like kind of like Charlie Kirk. You know, with or without gun violence. How about that? Oh no, tell me all about it. Where did you post this so-called thing? What'd you make? You know, somebody should be able to describe a thing they made. I made a poop, you know, earlier. It's about a handful. And it smelled exactly as you would imagine. And then it's not something I would show to all the world because, you know, maybe I care about it. It's not going to help them. Can you do all this for me? Just write your channel name. As a gray text, you're allowed to do that. Make sure it links directly to whatever like you're talking about, or at least keywords. Like if I wanted to tell you, go to my live stream and, you know, find something there, I tell you. You know, pick your favorite, the popular, the least one, the one with the least views. We have a way to identify you. I learned this from Roy. Roy didn't want to give his name, so how will I identify you? Well, I'm wearing a hat and a fanny pack or something. There are alternate ways. It's not the difficulty, it's just sensible precautions, you know? I see. Well, that's vaguely insulting. It's like, don't you have any respect at all? I take offense at all things like that. I'm in a certain mood. Given enough snark, it's like anything could be offensive. You know, like, let's count all the people who spray painted "fuck Charlie Kirk" on the side of the highway. People get offended. Oh boy. I'm just saying it like, you know, relationally, just like a journalist. On the church, there was painted an entire swastika. Can't you all see it? No, it's not. I thought you were going goodbye, CS. Don't you want to help your fellow chatter? You know, it says it's on his YouTube. You do know his YouTube channel, right? If there's zero trust, then there's zero engagement. Yeah. I'm on the lookout for either pro Charlie Kirk stuff or anti. You know, but there's a lot of apathy. If all this world doesn't care, why would I care? I'm just here to take care of my stuff. Oh, he said he left, but you know, people don't leave, they lurk. It's like, you know, oh, I throw an egg. It's like Halloween. And then, of course, they're all gone, but they're in the bushes. I wonder what the landowner's going to say. I threw an egg at a window. You know what I mean? So, you know, a question was asked, and, you know, the universe is listening. Oh, good. He is? Now that's information received. I find your text much more engaging than any other text in all this today. How about you become a regular here, CS? I like the guys with like only 2 letters in their name because you leave it wide open to interpretation. It could be computer science or Charlie Sulk or something. Is that you, Charles? You really pulled a number, huh? Thank you for subscribing. I can't really tell in this Streamlabs what exactly is going on. All I'm trying to do is, like, you know, set up tips. Candle sex, Dawn will do it. If I didn't see with my own eyes through the social media that fucking dolphins are in New York, I would have just dismissed Dawn. I'd be like, oh yeah, you have sex with dolphins. But apparently it's stuck. Cancel socks. Face blue smiling. Life is a miracle. Every day is worth living. It's hard. Don't you want to see me turn blue? Camel socks. That's the best thing, like TA or TC. What the fuck does that mean? If I ran around as NM, you'd probably guess, you know, hey Finches, how you doing? As first on my Streamlabs thing. Hi birds, you guys want food later? You see that? They picked up an entire pizza. Aside, yeah, well, they try. It's just so they show you they're not soft. I mean, they know you're on the no-kill list. Why waste bullets? It's like, somebody tried to kill me with a bicycle. It's Natalie Portman, you know, just to tell me that basically she's not soft. And it's like kind of sweet after a while. After the first 20 vehicular manslaughter attempts, you find out it's Natalie Portman. It's like, oh, you're a scam. You're a weasel, you know? I don't know what I did to get her attention. But, well, actually I do. All those years ago, in Twilo, before it closed down, she was, like, on stage with some famous DJ. Hey, Bam. I hope you can see this, you know? Like the chat. I like it when the chat's there because some people, like, I don't want to be on record, but people like Bam completely want to be on record. Hey, overall Chief Warrant Officer, I'm going to take away all your federal funding. No, you're not. Okay, I'm not. Look at all the birds. They're perched precariously. Hey, Finch, how about you smile with your no teeth? So, yeah, this is quite a thing. If you all scroll, apparently Popcorn did something that he wants all of the world to see. So let's give it to him, you know, let's make him famous. I personally don't know what exactly it is, but if some of you keep tabs on Unrelated Popcorn Fire 3.0, should be something on his live stream tab at least, or maybe his shorts or his videos, and then whatever's left over. Hey, Mr. Jizz, how are you? My favorite non-Tavistock guy. Wink. Ben, I wish I could mod you. Can I mod you? I don't know how to mod in Streamyards. Well, seems and is actually diagnosed. Who knows? Thank you all for being here. I like how you said that, Jiz, because in my yearbook, somebody wrote physically, like a sweet Korean girl, "Hey, Mr. Nate." And then she wrote all these other things because, one, she's a popular, cool kid, very pretty, attractive back then. And she didn't know why I was asking her to sign. I was just like, I figure, go for it. What's the harm? And she wrote the sweetest thing that's useful in this current thing. "Hey, Mr. Nate." I don't know. I don't know how to mod you. You know? And it's very telling when you say that. Because in my brain, my fucked up whatever brain it is, there's a certain, like, her dulcet tones. She was there when I went to prom, and we had a limousine and all that. It's a really great thing. And for you to choose those three words right now, Jiz, you say you're not Tavistock affiliated at all. You must be the luckiest guesser of all time. Are you? Probably. I don't know. Maybe you're the same one. Like, how you been, Winky? I have no clue. See, here's my working hypothesis. Either I work with you guys in the bus all this time, and then I die, and the only way you can have more fun is to time travel, join me in high school, body jump into a body, and pester me there. So, in a way, you are that Korean girl back then. Because I'm going to die soon. Yeah, pretty much. I'm 93-33. That comes out to a fraction that nobody really cares about. But in another more clear way, I'm 93 Memphis right and 33 Scottish right. There's degrees. Meaning that I do all sorts of moronic shit they don't know how to classify. I wouldn't. One, my dick is only this big, so I would have to remove all your legs first. And then I can start pumping you fiercely. But the thing is, you're a Benny. I used to be known as Benarath. Benny for short, Benny and the Jets. So Stiller is like, you're referring to Ben Stiller and all that. But he's a liberal. Just like these birds, And liberals are want me to fuck your ass? Not really. I would have to hurt you a lot, You ever try to stick a carrot into the Fed? Some people will try to stop you. I know you would, Ben. You're really pushing hard for mod, huh? I'll just treat you as a Hevron alt. It's like, nice try, pal. So, you all could tell me information received. Now, let me tell you about the concept of information received in police procedure. First, let me set some background. Police don't really have a way to defend against Satanism. They don't advertise that it exists. They put it under the occult. But specifically, they have no real manual unless you actually do it. Then they find ways to curtail it. It's like, oh, you knew it all along. So what was I saying? It's probably not important anyway. Just remember, you're a lib shit. You're a libtard. But so am I. I come from a Democratic family. I'm forced to be conservative Republican because there's only one Republican choice, and that's Curtis Sliwa. And he's been busy doing Charlie Kirk memorials. All right, I was saying Ben Stiller is a Hevron alt. You fucking stooge. Try to be less obvious. I presume all of you are Hevron alts. It's just I get along with some of them. In order to be varied and diversity, equality, and inclusivity, first is destroy him, but not all of you are good at destroying me. So I talk to the ones who are basically incompetent. Don't you wish to want to be competent within Hevron's brain? Maybe his body is failing. I don't know. So there's the overmind Hevron, who's just basically, hey, did you see what I did? Not really, no. Maybe the rest of your brain can tell me what the fuck it is you're talking about all day. Jizz I like. He somehow randomly finds the thing that makes me smile. Hey, Mr. Nate. You hear how I say it? It reminds me of that friend of mine. I wish her well. I hope she has kids, a husband, lots of money, and all that. But a lot of my blessings turn into curses. But I think she's strong enough to do it. Basically, yeah. You add some extra D. Good, good, good. I lost my voice. This is the Gizmo pigeon. Jizz, come here. Don't get run over, okay? I had a live stream where a bird was run over, and the head was like, "Help me, mister." And a cab ran over it. Hey, Jizz, no! Jizz! Never again, you know? I'm not gonna see a dead fucking dying pigeon get run over by 5 taxis, and the head is like over here. You better fucking behave, Jizz. Look at this. He just risks his goddamn life. Fuck. That's how you are, Jizz, you know? Hey, mister, you got any food? And then you just hanging out. It stresses me a lot. That's why I keep praying for you. And, you know, so I'm sure maybe you guys don't want to give Hevron any clicks at all or any kind of support because he's basically like data mining. And even though I enjoy some of his jokes, there's a thing where I realized, you know, some people are dangerous. They'll smile, hey, we're friends, but they're ready when you fall. Just like with Charlie Kirk. You're sitting and then, you know, they're just waiting for the thing. So what do you think about all these trans shootings? Aren't they a marginalized minority and they're being oppressed? Well, with or without gun violence, and then you die. There's talk of squibs, special effects, but what if you're wrong, all wrong about that? Here I am seated, much like Charlie Kirk. Now, I've been called a lot of things, but I've never been called Charlie Kirk, and I never will be. You know, his widow, Erica, would be upset, his kids, blah, blah, blah. Alex Jones, Mr. Trump, all these J.D. Vance, they wanted to lie in state, blah, blah, blah. Hello, Ben. See, you hit upon the things. When you say hi to a person, you're referencing like Netherlands language. Hi in Dutch means shark. Are you Erica Kirk? Please say yes, I am. The thing is, Charlie would be like, you know, our vows of marriage is only till death do us part. So if I get got, I'm going to pass you to my brother in the far right or extremist thing, and you better fuck his brains out and continue my legacy and my kids. You were able to withstand my sperm. I got 2 kids with you. I have priority. Other kids would be helpful. Soldiers, water carriers, janitors. It's all the same. I don't know. Do you have a community tab? And would you like to perhaps show pictures that you're a woman? Or a man pretending to be a woman? It's all the same. You pretend to be a woman and I pretend to pay attention to you. Alright? Life's simple like that. Right. But people say that all the time. You know? All we have to do is expend a little effort and post a picture, an image on your community tab. People say, I'll let you surgically remove my legs, but if I ask a simple thing, post a picture on your community tab. Oh, I can't do that. All that would compromise my privacy and anonymity. So it makes your like declaration of whatever invalid. You know? Like offer that to Jizz. Hey Jizz, I let you surgically remove my legs. He's gonna ask you to do something to prove your loyalty first. That's why I run it all through Jizz. If Jizz does not approve of you, I won't either. You gotta do something for Gizmo. Because he happened upon the 3 words for today. Every day my activation phrase changes. Via Tavistock, the Illuminati, aliens, whatever. I'm surprised every fucking day Jizz comes in here. He knows what to say. Who put that fucking thought in his head? Hey, Mr. Nate. Only my classmate from all them years ago could have suggested he's having a hard time, say this. And he fucking said it. That's endorsement from somebody who went to Stuyvesant High School. You know? So if Jizz disapproves or you disrespect him, too bad for you. I was told today, don't you have any respect at all? I got it immediately. It sounds like a request. Oh, you want disrespect? Well, let me try. Hey, JK. Are you a hard worker with all your job applications? I'm trying to endorse you and headhunt you. The thing is, you're a fucking snob. He's Korean. All Koreans are fucking snobs. You know how many people got deported straight to South Korea lately? Yeah. I don't know if you guys watch all the news. Are those people bumping Biggie Smalls? Yeah, on the way back to South Korea, live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the livest one. Too bad you're not working in America no more. I don't think Biggie's gonna make you feel better about that shit. But on the bright side, you could apply to where they're working. There's 300 openings now, should you try to do some remote programming that way. Yeah, fresh off the Biden? Yeah, that's what I meant, right? Unless B means something else. You know, one of the boroughs in New York, or two, start with B. Where are you fresh out of? Okay? Now, Dawn called me brother. Basically, I'm one of the few that made a tribute stream to Charlie Kirk. I don't think the judge has to. He tried to bite a fucking hurricane. Pretty much, like, for services rendered, time served, you tried to bite a fucking hurricane, you don't have to do work at all. Toning you down is the real work. Dawn, your hurricane biting is all the way up at 11. We need you at about a 3 or 4. Can you do that, pal? You know? Does it? It starts with a T. Right. So you know. The Bronx is the only borough that starts with the. Brooklyn is different. Very good. You are a New Yorker. Not that that's like a pass or nothing. But you're like this, flitting from job to job, holding on for dear life, waiting for a callback. Where's the food, mister? Where is it? Well, you're on precarious terms, Finchy. I need you at a 3 and 4. 6 to 7 would be like, I'll maim a hurricane. You know, I didn't bite it. Come on, Don. It's not like I haven't talked to Floridians before. Oh, yes. It's a long baby. New York is typos, much like Texas. If you look at the spelling of typos and Texas, 5-letter word, Texas, Typos. Only a coincidence, right? Hey, Seaman, Blade Master. Okay, position 0. Don't kill me! That's a very harsh Blade Master position. You're surrounded by 93,000 superior mentor Blade Masters. All you have is a sword. First position, 0th position. Please don't kill me. I have shouldered my sword. Want it? There you go. We have no proof. You can only provide coverage. Besides, Shinbet is also out there, and you don't know much. They're not even like publicly, discussed. Is it? So, did you as a favor to me? You don't have to like my stream. I don't even like myself. I just wanted to, the first thing that was mentioned here is did you see what I did? And I was like, no, not really. Not interested, but if you think it's worth it, try to find out which live stream of Unrelated Popcorn Fire 3.0 is relevant. He seems to have made something he's very proud of, but I don't know exactly where it is because he can't link it. And even though I made the barrier, is if it's really important to him and all his family, he should be able to find a way to link it. Yeah, he figured it out, He figured it all out. That's the thing. Well, if you can't find it, CS, nobody at all will ever find it. It's a shame. It's my consideration is probably has Charlie Kirk's last moments coded in some way a private live stream or like a public, and somebody got their hands on it, and but it's not able to be found. I mean, CS, probably you're the greatest researcher of all time, and you can't find it. So there are people. No, it's actually pretty flat. Thank you, Jizz. Usually like and sub is the activation. Makes me smile. But today he did one of the greatest things of all. Is I didn't want to say this out loud to the bust or anybody at all. I wanted to keep my memories of my high school classmate, all of them, safe and secure. I want to protect them, the girls and the boys and everything. But you just cherry picked it out of the ether. Hello, Mr. Naders, whatever. That Zoran, he doesn't even show up here. I could invite him, Mr. Zoran Mamdani, to unite all New Yorkers. Please join me in a Mass of St. Agnes. I couldn't even get David Sebastian to go join me in St. Patrick's. He's like, as long as you're there. Well, I have to check with the fucking wife. Suspect me all you like. I'm being set up like Stephen Paddock or the shooter, whatever, Tyler, Dick and Mouth. And, I'd like to be set up for somebody big. Move over Judas Iscariot. Nathaniel Mendez was the one who actually killed Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know. If I'm going to be a patsy, I'm going to be the patsy to the greatest man of all time. And that's our Lord. But according to the Bible, it was Judas. What can I do? Judas Iscariot, one of the 12, entrusted with betrayal, treachery, and doubt. And just like all the other apostles, I get, the good stuff. Who's going to do all the bad stuff? Judas? I have a very special mission for you. What is it, Rabbi? You're going to be the apostle of betrayal, treachery, and doubt. What the fuck? Is there nothing else? I could do pigeons, finches, and eagles. Well, Simon Zelotes has all that. They just didn't like the whole betrayal, treachery, and that thing. And I figured, they all call me Lord, you call me Rabbi. And rabbis give you a hard time. It's a long conversation. Seaman has been trying to liken Raptor Johnny to one of the apostles. I know my role, Saint Nathaniel. I got skinned alive. I don't know if all of you know the fucking role. And I oppose Belial, the incarnation of sloth, the deadly sin. But sometimes Belial has a point, I'm glad you're all here. You're John the Baptist. Right, you want to escape decapitation, any physical inconvenience. Therefore, God will send all of those to you. I'm sleepy. I need to poop a lot. These are just minor pinpricks from God to see how you can handle actual lasting pain. That's a lot of bitcoins. Bitcoins at 100,000. That's why Dawn's here. I should be grateful. 6 or 7 from a Floridian is more than I deserve. But honestly, the client wants 3 or 4. That means no maiming a hurricane, man. I'm not going to bite you. Just come here, though. Oh, there's the horse's mouth. Listen, just use keywords. If you had to describe me to the NYPD, you could use all your words. He's a Filipino, 5'4", wears a New York green hat, maybe hunter green. He's got the word merit there. He's sitting on a rock outside of St. Agnes, which is on 43rd and between Lexington and 3rd Avenue. Very precise. Yet, for some reason at all, you made something and you can't describe it to the bus. Isn't that odd? Hello, mind. Would you like to take a stab at it? See, you're a mod. So if Popcorn, Unrelated Popcorn Fire 3.0, posts in the bus, you could look up his thing, his channel name and link it. You know what I mean? Well, Jews don't believe in heaven or hell. They believe in right here and right now. Right here and right now, I could get you blown up. then do so. Charlie Kirk got blown up. It was like, what do you think about all these people molesting, harassing, alarming trans minorities? They're a marginalized thing. And Charlie Kirk just said, with or without gun violence. And I'm not even mocking the guy. I've had to watch that thing as like, holy crap, that's a lot of blood. All right, there you go. Thank you, Jizz. I personally cannot click in that link because I'm on Streamyard, but you can all copy and repaste it. Should be a lot of interesting things. I advise all of you to especially pay more attention on his live stream tab, because I will attest before all that his live streams are fucking lit, fam. You got bangers left and right. Well, if you're lazy, I mean, you can code things, right? Retyping all of somebody else's code is what being computer science is all about. You know, I'll retype all this code just to show you that I can obfuscate it better than this clear text. You don't have to. The saying you're loyal to Nate is like saying you're loyal to gravity. I know. I'll use you. There's the normal force. Sure you are. Never seen you preach Jesus in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, because you told me you'll get killed. Similarly, I understand that. I wouldn't preach against the NYPD here in New York City at all, because I'd get killed. Yeah? That's simple as. So these faithful servant things, if Jehovah was the uncle of Jesus Christ, you know my nephew has a lot of ideas. I'd like you to repeat all of them to the camera. Do you think he'll do it? Not much of a faithful servant, I think. More like a faithful hired hand. Oh, I can't do all that. Laters. Dilettantism. You know, it's like saying, I am Mamdani's faithful servant. Do you think he'll do it? Jehovah Mamdani is 7 letters, and I think it shares the letter A. People can say one thing, but not another. You know? Because he's never even heard of Mamdani. He has heard of Jehovah. That's right. JK knows his New York. He knows that it's the Bronx, not Brooklyn. There's only one borough that starts with B, and that's fucking Brooklyn. Very good. Courtesy, professional respect. And somebody told me today, you don't have any respect at all. Two things. Holy ground is being made when a holy father walks. You better take off your hat. So tell me I don't respect all the laws. Somebody told me. I was like, really? I want you to repeat all that into my camera. That's why I don't want to meet up with all of you. You're going to say something that will alarm me. And I'm going to have to say the line, can you say all that to my camera? And you might say it, but odds are good you won't say it. Okay? Even that. Like, it's easy to type stuff. But if I said to a police, more like corruption, pettiness, and racism, do you know a good doctor? They'll just ask me. I sure do. I'm sure. So, you know, once you can identify things, and here's a phrase that we all should know, the system works. Can we all say that? That's something I just, me as a streamer, I'm requesting. All loyal to me say, the system works. Should be nothing, no big deal, right? No big deal is another 3 words. But I prefer the system works. Well, I'm sure that's not the first illegal thing you've done in all your life. It's just selectively illegal. Because you know consequences are instant. Whereas other things you may or may not have done, they have long-ranging consequences that you're hoping in 100 years it's all the same. I won't even feel it. That is a theory. Now, I appreciate all your efforts to make me laugh. Bring up the sandwich thing. Bring up, bring up, oh, I don't know, the Home Shopping Network. I've laughed enough about all those jokes. So there's the other side of that. It's all in my past. For a warehouse manager, where are the garbage bags? Well, I don't know how to describe it. Did you try the supply closet? Jeez, I made something and I want all of you to see it. Where is it? Oh, you have to do all the work. Pass. Same to you, pal. Same to you is another 3 words. Instead of saying the system works, same to you. Whatever intent you had with that statement or all of your creativity, I hope same to you. I'm not going to say 100 or a trillion times more. Same to you is pretty much covers all bases. Hopefully it's all of good intent. But if there's even a little bit of corruption, ruin, or evil intent, that might get magnified by a magnifier, who is not me. I'd like to think I have good intent for all of you, but some person could corrupt my words. For example, what happened with Charlie Kirk? Clearly, it came from one person, but there's all this speculation. What about this guy? What about this guy? And it's like in Die Hard, McClane. I'm going to start shooting people. If you don't care about all of them, I will find someone you do care about. That's the mentality here. I think you should all practice saying, fuck you. Yeah, I heard coward from LoJack today. And Raptor Johnny himself called me mentally ill and paranoid schizophrenic. I've been called worse by better people. But one thing you guys can't call me in all this, and this is by law, whatever law you subscribe to in all your countries, you never will call me Charlie Kirk. I hope you all understand that. Use all the slurs you want. Don't call me that name. If you do, I don't know. Give it a try. Schizo is supposed to hurt. It won't hurt me as much as calling me Charlie Kirk. I'll tell you now. Just like Samson and Delilah, I'm telling you my weakness. All of you are not in this stream, and you know this. Maybe more, 1 trillion people will review it. He advertises weakness. Don't call him Charlie Kirk. He's gonna get real upset. Yo, sounds threatening. Have a nice life. Like I wasn't gonna have a nice life before, but all my future actions are under threat. I'm alarmed by this turn. The system works. Just like, all the people who hurt Charlie Kirk, they're coming out of the woodwork. 300,000, people who celebrated his death are being investigated, fired. Isn't that nuts? I'm sure. You're probably one of those people who celebrated his death, and we all know it. Now's the time to disavow or say, no, I didn't. All you have to say in my chat is, no, I didn't celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk. Problem solved. The system Kirks. See, JK, not only do you comply, you add a layer of funny. I like it. The system Kirks. You can post that anytime you want. You can make a short, your employer video. Let me tell you what I can do for your company and all your bottom line. Financially, I can take a 3-word slogan, the system Kirks, and overwhelm all polynomial time problems in computer science, and even some of the non-polynomial time. Isn't that better than all these stupid exercises that you make me do over remote Zoom? The system Kirks. Get it? But it's up to you, JK. I do all this for free. If I made a program as like, it's a proof of concept using off-the-shelf components, the system Kirks. And I don't have to do real work. The AI do it all for me. You want me to waste time solving your problems or all of humanity's problems? Exactly. You have just made a non-polynomial time problem for all the other problem people to solve. Aren't you happy? It's like Fermat's last theorem. Did they ask you to solve it? Yeah, be careful. It's lonely at the top. If we are on the top, either you push me off the top or I do, JK. So let's assume you went down as the level. Because I don't want to push you unless you want to push me. Let me know. Okay? You'll have to deal with Hebron, realizing that his jokes don't work no more. You know, I did all my laughing. I told him to his face the last stream. Really enjoy it. It is not a carte blanche to do all that you want without consequence. He's also threatened to strap a grenade and face all the Palestinians with a suicide vest. The next day, he was like, well, what's up? So you can see there are other things he did that show that he might be serious about things. Yeah. You first. Somebody in this chat told me, fuck you and your fucking sandwich. Same to you, pal. You know, with the same loving intent that you sent all that to me, same to you. I'm sure you'll have to deal with some building security. Especially when you visit your friend in the hospital. I want to bring him a banana. Oh, those are all forbidden now. He's allergic. You know, one friend goes to the hospital, many more are coming. And it's not something I would say, fuck you and your fucking sandwich. I have it here. Let me screenshot this shit. Somebody said this. Let's see. Scroll. You can all do this too. There's so many things here. Volunteered. You ever volunteer all this information? Ah, there it is. Fuck you and your sandwich. Beautiful. Isn't fuck you and your sandwich a threat? And let me scroll back. Let's see, what else is this? Have a nice life. I feel alarmed by these words. Like if you said all that to Charlie Kirk before, hey Charlie Kirk, have a nice life, people would understand the alarm, you know? So be careful what you say to me. Is that a threat? I'll repeat your words. Is that a threat? Say all that to my camera, please and thank you. Say all that again. I'm sure you know the process. The system works, right? Still up. Amazing. Somebody will do the right thing, and it won't be you. So anyway, I'm just going to ignore those who are assigned by a certain country to agitate and make worse an already bad thing for somebody's grieving family. But maybe, you know, bring out all the agitators. And then one by one, they'll be removed. Standard operating procedure. Totally unhinged. Are you slandering me, sir? All you have to do is say yes. Repeat your slander. So repeat all these words again. The words totally unhinged. Please repeat. You know, like JK, repeat something cool. The system Kirks. All you have to do is repeat those cool words. Make it like, you know, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of a chatter who can repeat without consequence all the brilliance his family has brought to bear. I mean, if I saw the system Kirks, I wouldn't be upset. I'd be happy. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. JK, a fucking genius. Someone, like if I said, hey, JK, you know, I really like your riff, the system Kirks. Can you say all that again to my camera? He'd be so happy. The system Kirks. That's the kind of good intention I want. You know what I mean? And then there's certain other people who can't simply repeat words that they just said like a minute ago. Isn't that funny, JK? Isn't that hilarious? Right, but you said totally. All you have to say is the exact thing. Don't improvise and augment. Like, there's some people, let's say a vandalism charge, And the judge is all ready to forgive them, but the judge looks at the courtroom. Excuse me, young man, perpetrator, what's that you've done to my courtroom? It seems that you've vandalized my courtroom. And here you are on a vandalism charge. Ironic, isn't it? You gotta laugh, guys, Jizz and JK. You know? There are people who will laugh if you fall into a ditch. Ah, stupid. But when they fall in a ditch, they're like, please help me, I'm in a ditch. And then all you have to do, is this you with the footage? When I fell in a ditch, you were among the people who laughed the loudest. The system works. I mean, tell all the certain people what works or what kirks. I think the system kirks. You know what I mean, JK? I think Jizz, maybe you'll welcome JK into our fold. Maybe we'll give him a wink, and if he doesn't get a job within 6 months, then we'll go to town. How about that, Jizz? We'll get Hasselnuts and his blowtorch. Have a great time with Glass, if you know what I'm saying. How you feel about all that, Jazz? Jazz is another name for somebody who's also listening. Here I am in real life in front of the church. God is my witness. 2 Catholic priests just walked out. Sanctified the ground I'm sitting on. Not even having my lunch. Not even the $6 meal deal. You know, there's things. People watch my stream and then create things, but want me to promote it. Like, I'm gonna hang myself. Nah, I'll just make a nice little doll with all this rope you give me. That's a popular phrase, boys. You know? Give him enough rope to hang himself. Nah, I'm just gonna make a doll. Free dolls for all. You know, this is a noose. See this? The rosary. That's what they want you to do. This too. Oh man, I've been to a lot of Auntie Anne's. The system kirks. I'm gonna put a sign on every Auntie Anne's. The system kirks. And then they ask me, just like in Indonesia or Singapore, it's like, you know, the king fucking sucks, and we all know it. How dare you speak against the king? You mean Elvis? The system kirks, like James Tiberius of Star Trek. Who do you think I was talking about? You know, at every Auntie Anne's. And you know, I can visit 7-Eleven. A lot of times people hide in other countries, but there's always a me there. Doesn't look like me at all. Same mentality though. Sometimes they drive cars or trucks or bicycles or motorcycles. Just basically logistics. Like Jimmy Hoffa said, all the things in America are driven by a truck, delivered. Yeah, okay. Again, not a single link, not a single descriptor, even though Jizz, nicely, as a kind gesture, linked to your channel. Is there a specific tab we should all click on? You know, it's just one word. I think you should all click on his private or live stream tab. It has a lot of information. Tells you all you need to know about a channel owner. Yeah, I think you would. You would do well logistics. How are you at managing warehouses, JK? Is that something you could do? Even just on a piece of paper. You take a blank piece of paper and you're like, oh, writer's block. You just make a square and write the word warehouse. And it's empty, but you know somebody's going to put stuff in that empty warehouse and make your life a living hell. And then all you have to do is manage it, organize it. Hey, Nielsen. There you go. That's the kind of hustle the genius behind the system Kirks does. If I had my marker, I'd write that. It'd be like, you know, I'll put the Starfleet insignia. Make sure, like, what tab was it? Make sure you read all of that stuff too, you know? It seems very important to Unrelated Popcorn Fire 3.0. When you're investigating or like supporting a friend, quote unquote, you gotta see all the things that led up to whatever and what their attitude is. If a supervisor has an attitude, all the employees have an attitude. And you just gently remind them that public relations and client satisfaction is how you chastise a business owner. Hello, sir. How are you? Did you want the chair?
No, it's okay.
Thank you for sharing.
I could eat a sandwich. It's okay.
Yeah. How are you? Everything good?
Thank God.
Thank God. Praise God. May God bless all you do today.
Thank you.
Yes, all yours, sir. I don't mind standing because somebody survived Hitler. No, it is my pleasure, sir. I'm gonna get lunch anyway soon. Yeah, but you deserve the chair. You don't have to fight over space. It's my pleasure, really. You're welcome. No, he's not. Okay? He's somebody deserving of respect. I was told today, you don't have any respect at all. This is my chance to prove to this universe, no matter how ruthless, that I was taught properly by my mom, that I have parents, that I have an upbringing, I have a country related to public service and all good things. People try to talk bad things about the Filipino people. All we have is our smile and Jesus. Probably. Is that a threat? I would like you to repeat all threats in my chat. Unrelated Popcorn Fire 3.0. Because there's a lot of vagueness. Who is bigger than me? Are they close? Who sent this person? Can you please elaborate for all the busters? Maybe you feel like you're untouchable. Hope so. We'll see. Keep talking things like that. It might not do anything, but like in the book of Daniel, even if God doesn't exist, you'll know that I don't like these words applied to me. That I objected, and I feel alarmed. Not feeling harassed yet, but I am alarmed. This sounds like the kind of thing you would say to all people, in all chats. It doesn't have to be Nate, whoever you're talking to. Noun, proper name, legal name. What can we all read this? Facts. Okay, so you're presuming that all this will happen. Thank you for your input. This will be useful in all sorts of ways. Let's read. Hey, Unrelated Popcorn Fire 3.0 volunteer this prophecy that may or may happen to all people who think Charlie Kirk deserved to die. Isn't that wonderful? I'm just putting my own context in all this because I was chastised by YouTube. You can't talk about explicit graphic gore things like a man being violated by a bigger guy. Let's see what he says. And it's facts. Nate would give ass to anyone bigger than him. What a presumption, right? All these people are bigger than me. Wow, what a thing to say, huh? Let's see if he repeats all that to my camera. Too far away. Well, there are ways. You ever see those movies where like a guy opens his briefcase? Seems like I'm his local representative. Hope you have a lot of cameras nearby. Say that to all my cameras. Out loud. Trying to do the martyr. Okay. Go martyr yourself, guy. It's all you ever wanted. Claiming French now. Wow. Unbelievable. The system kirks. I'm saying this out loud. Something you can't say. JK could say it. He's the originator. He's the founder. See? All people are kind in New York. Doesn't mean nice. Just kind. People are busy. We can say Je suis Charlie, but not the system works. Yep. New York or nowhere. I noticed. Right. Aren't you bigger than me? I think you are. I'm only 5'4" and 140 bucks. Or 140 pounds. Nate would give ass to anyone bigger than him. Okay? Oh, I don't know. Do you all know the location of Unrelated Popcorn Fire 3.0? Somebody must, you know. I feel so alarmed right now when somebody says, I'm going to be violated by someone bigger. Not quite an NYPD matter or Interpol matter yet. Soon. I'm sure it's a big outside. Sure. Please post all of your location details willingly. I'm sure you'll get right on there. Not a big deal.
You said you want pepperoni 2 regular, right? Yeah, it's already come.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
No problem.
Thank you.
Please, I don't allow all phone numbers to be linked in my chat. First warning.
No, thank you.
Go ahead. You've been told by a channel owner. Mods, do your job. As you can see, there's a clear violation of my stated rules. Do it again. Just because the channel owner says it doesn't mean you should. Yeah, I don't know. If you all do dial that, don't come crying to me.
Thank you. Next.
Hey, 2 slices and a soda, please.
Okay.
Yes, this is. I don't.
Bag or something about?
Oh no.
No.
I'm gonna get a drink.
Yeah.
How you been, brother? Thank you for the smile. Is there more? Do I owe you more or what? No.
Yeah.
Put that
Thank you
in
so
there.
much. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, it is. They have all these topics, you know. But you don't need to say like, please don't publish your phone number or social security number. It's a kind of like common sense, you know. But somebody likes to break all the rules. Do you know the person? Sorry.
Can we have just 2 slices? Thank you.
In real life, I can say sorry all day because I really am. You know, if I'm in the way or causing trouble. But then there's people who say, is that a threat? You know what they want. They want to get, ooh, I got threatened. I'm feeling alarmed. Not threatened yet. Just alarmed in general for humanity. That there are people who wander around saying, is that a threat? Big red flag. And in greeting people, hi, how are you? Is that a threat? Wow, what kind of fucked up mentality do you have? I blame society. Is he still here? I'm sure his mouth will yap all day long. Don't interrupt people who are telling you all about themselves, teaching you who they really are. Like me, I'm teaching you all who I really am. I despise people who like to set me up. You know, who make things so that, you know, hell, by the way, reaction. Why aren't you angry? I'm not going to be angry. Maybe the Lord will be angry on my behalf. But being happy is all I deserve. I know, right? It's a Mountain Dew, established 1948. Thank you for enduring so far, you know? A lot of times when you're working at a new company, It's like, all that things you did before is just job experience. It has no bearing on what you have to do for us. So, I mourn. If I was your headhunter, JK, I'd be like, you're still not employed? It's my failing, not yours. I had Eden advertise me, and I got roped into all this stuff, this speculative reasoning. He's a really good headhunter. If I have failed you, ask Eden to help you get a job. You might be doing computer science for a no-kill shelter. It's a start, dude. There was also an all-new employee, and I'm always suspicious. Could be Secret Service. Might as well start things off with a $2 bribe. Especially now after Charlie Kirk. They'll be investigating every single bodyguard. Not only that, the people around him. There's 3,000 students. They're going through the list. Anybody they could have been influenced by, including Destiny, including Nick Fuentes, and including people in the bus, maybe. Yeah? Especially unrelated people. There's kind of a big sign painted on your back. It's a joke. Yeah. You, JK, you can make all sorts of seeming threats. Please shoot carefully. Be safe. Because you made a gem. The system Kirks. I'll listen to you. In the time we've interacted, you only pissed me off like 2 times. And I'm on a hair trigger. That's impressive. Huh? No, the timing was there. He asked, with or without gun violence. I heard it the first time, gang violence. Like gangland violence, If you watch Lucifer, there was a time when Amina Deal was talking, and it's like, I lost all my angel powers, and the cop was like, the supervisor's like, yeah, you don't have to investigate too hard, you're a certain pigment. It's gangland violence. Case closed. That's what I heard Charlie Kirk say at first. With or without gang violence. Then I realized it's about gun violence. And there's also controlled opposition like Candace Owens. She's the one that berates all the Jews, but they give her words to say. So. There's a manhunt, It could reach from Utah all the way to New York City. I make these like, if I did it, or when I did it, makes sense, I'm eating pizza. Do I really have that power? Still here? What? You want to be here. All I want is like, you made something, describe all the details. What does it say? Is it, let's see. What could it possibly say? Maybe it's something related to all building security. The University of Utah has many buildings and security. You're not like, challenging all of these building security people, are you? I know JK isn't. I'll vouch. The system Kirks. What a gem. I'm going to be laughing about that for a long while. The system Kirks. Feel free. I mean, she lost somebody. People are saying on X, like, her video with Charlie Kirk make it seem like she's... Hi, Candace. Candace, you did a real good job making that video. Look, she's crippled. This will make you forget all the crippled stuff, Candace Owen. People laugh at me like I give them names. But imagine you were all wrong about, you know, Jesus had secret disciples, hidden ones. They couldn't be seen with their authority and their property and their power, consulting with Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I'm thinking, if powerful people want to talk to me, they'd assume the form of a crippled pigeon so I could feed them. Just describe it. It's like describe a subpoena. You know all the words, right? What does it say? Our name and badge number. You want me to look at your badge number? You're perfectly capable of describing all your works. I don't know why JK is here to give me the gem above all gems, the come down riff that will echo for all time. A legacy. Can't you imagine Charlie Kirk kicking himself? Why didn't I use that as a slogan instead of prove me wrong? If I had put in my tent the system Kirks, I think they would have paid more attention to security. That's a big thing. When I was looking at the video, it says, prove me wrong. If you're a guy with a gun, it only takes 5 pounds of pressure to prove Nate Mendez wrong. I'm immortal. Guess not. But I did a short. I'm going to keep doing these shorts and live streams until I actually expire. Until then, I'm immortal. I'm not saying I'm untouchable. I'm just saying I'm immortal. It's like guilty until proven innocent, immortal until shot or made to die, have a heart attack in the courtroom. However I die. But when I was alive, I really lived. It's for all my unborn children and descendants. This is how your dad or your ancestor lived. Always being threatened by random people who can't even repeat all they said to my camera. Odd thing. Except for JK. He repeated the system Kirks. That might be the basis of government in all future governments. What is that? Soon he'll be taking over all the warehouses with his JK style. And it's like, why do we have to learn this? It's like the metric system. That's the JK system. You're going to learn it and love it. Right, Candace? If you are not Candace Owen, jump up on this rock. Totally not Candace Owen. Very good. And if you are totally not Candace Owens at all, here, have some Candace. It's okay. It's not poison. Person in my chat I'm wondering, what are you doing in all this? Like all those cameras were on Charlie Kirk. What's he gonna say? What's the perfect thing? With or without gun violence? Blood all over. I hope you're having a good time. All you have to do is stay there until people knock on your door. Should be somebody who delivers food or drink. A reminder to all of you, just all you have to do is dial 911. You can do that on WhatsApp too. Be prepared to have all the details of your complaint. Although they might ask you, what's this newest item, all new item on your YouTube channel? Can you describe the meaning of this? What is the intention for this? Matter of routine. And then all they hear is click. Just here with my friends, the birds, the air, the New Yorkers. There's people walking their dogs. Some people look unfortunate, but it takes all kinds to be a New Yorker. There's Curtis Lee who came up to me and I'd shake his hand. How you doing, Curtis? Mr. Sleeva. But I saw him already. Near the synagogue. Turns out you can do all these things because of public safety. Yeah. What a beautiful day. Not a single bullet in sight. And it's not like I expected in Manhattan, but still. You'd be surprised, you know. Even in Utah they had bullets. Amazing. Can't wait. You know, all these people say things in text. Say all that to my camera. And I want to say it again and again and again. Maybe my camera isn't recording, but somebody always records broken cameras. Or like on the subway, this guy is recording somebody else. Got his ass. World star. Body cam request. Anything helps. Just had screenshots. Interesting things that I like. Willing participation. You know what I'm saying? Enthusiastic consent and permission to say all these things, but not again to my camera. Hello, birdie birds. Thanks for pooping on me all the time. Pigeons, you know. They're a very infectious bunch. It's gotten so that, you know, I heard Anthony Fauci invented HIV or something. I was like, how did you even have the urge to invent that? But wait, there's more. That's not all I can do. Next up, pigeons. And just like Russell Peters' father's like, I might get into a little trouble. But in that time, or in all that time, somebody's going to get hurt real bad. Somebody. Don't know who really. But there's going to be a short list of people who threaten me. Make me alarmed. Generate alarm. Right? I'm sure you're mesmerized by all this. Can't tear away. But I have the option to end the stream. Then you can do all the things. Just like Jesus said to Judas. Do all you have to do. Do it quickly. The only command he could be sure of. Don't do it slowly and thinkingly. Do it quickly. I'll show you what happened too, just for reference. For many, many months, I've asked the Lord, keep this unmolested. And my prayers were answered until yesterday. I walked by this place, recording, everything is fine. You know, it's like Christy Southers, lab-grown diamonds, very Jewish-based thing. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh boy, of all the things to do. Now, maybe you can be apathetic to all of this, but somebody who isn't me did this. See that? With emerald green, blue, and black. Talk about vandalism. And the building security, too, boy. I was a certain demographic identifying. Probably means nothing. You know, lip service. Say one thing, but you don't really care. No ounce of genuine willpower in you at all. The only willpower you have is just leaving this on. But I couldn't leave without showing a little bit of what's going on. For many months, I said to myself, this had better be unmolested. And that many months is more than I deserve. Amazing how all the quiet people speak volumes. And here's the end of this stream. As soon as I figure out how to end this, not a single tip too, but that's to be expected. Bunch of cheapskates spend all this money on agitation, but not in support of the person trying to help you. Always attack, never defend. It's okay. Tony, look around. Something is lost and can't be found. I seem to have forgotten all the ways to end this stream, or people who are opposed to me. All of them. As soon as I do, it's gonna be fun. And, oh, there it is. Stop.